For the record, I am not a wrestling fan and I don't know shit about wrestling, but this film is damn good. Fighting with My Family was directed by Stephen Merchant, and it's the true story of Paige. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who Paige is, she's a wrestler who won the World Championship when she was 18 years old, and this story follows her going through the process of getting to the WWE and the ups and downs with her family along the way, particularly with her brother Zach. Now, the best aspect of this film as a whole is the relationship between Paige and her brother Zach. And after years and years of training with her family, alongside her brother Zach, Paige is the one who is chosen to participate in the big events, and her brother isn't. Despite it being his lifetime dream, and pretty much the only thing he knew. So with that aspect of the film, we have some strong family tension between the two. Zach is enraged with jealousy. He starts neglecting his family, neglecting Paige, his sister. He even goes as far as in one scene, neglecting his baby newborn son. So Zach's life is slowly falling apart and he doesn't know what to do about this because wrestling's all he knew. Because this is the first time in his life where he's thinking to himself, what now? And Paige, played brilliantly, might I add, by Florence Pugh, is having a tough time through the process of the WWE. The intense training, the backlash that she's getting from some of the people there. She's not likeable, in their eyes anyway. A complete outcast, she doesn't know what to do. And it's slightly overwhelming for her, and with her brother being in all cuckoo land, he's not there for her, and the relationship is slowly falling apart. And I think it's so well written with how these characters are developing and going from the ups and downs of this whole entire situation. Throughout this epic journey between siblings, will they make up in the end? I'm not going to ruin it for you. And yet again, this year continues to surprise me with some of the films I've seen. I'm still yet to see a bad movie in 2019. There have been some great standout performances in my eyes so far. This time with Florence Pugh. She's great and pretty much even looks the part of Paige. Just look at the similarities. She has the look, she has the charm, she has the charisma. She's fucking Paige. I know pretty much nothing about Paige up until this film, so I can't really judge on whether it's exactly accurate, but from what I see, they're pretty much the same. But not only does Florence Pugh shine in this film, but there are also some great moments from the rest of the family. Particularly from the father, Nick Frost. Amazing. I've never seen this sort of sentimental side to this actor. There are some really funny one-liners and the usual Nick Frost cliches. But this guy, for some reason, I see a different side to this character. He's not just a goofball. He's a person just like everyone else, and he has feelings, and he shows that he can be a pretty dramatic actor when he wants to be. And it was a nice change of pace just to see that sort of thing. Usually when you think of Nick Frost, you think, oh, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, the goofy character in both. But a complete turnaround of events in this film. Nick Frost was pretty good. Not to take away the spotlight from Florence Pugh. As you may have known from the trailers and the posters, The Rock is also in this film. He pops up every now and then, dropping advice. He delivers some great Dwayne Johnson The Rock moments, where you're just like, I wish I could be in the presence of that man. Just one badass line from him, and I'll die happy. But despite his presence on screen being so great, he never takes the spotlight again away from Florence Pugh. She's just fantastic. And I thought The Rock on the front cover and in the trailers is a great marketing technique, but he's not in the film all that much. And I like that because it didn't shine away from the main characters and what the story is supposed to be about. This story is about Paige, not The Rock. So going into the film, I didn't know what to expect. I stayed away from reviews and I stayed away from too many trailers. I watched the first trailer, that was about it. But this is actually not an underdog story as what the trailer made it out to be. Rock is not the person who mentors Paige or anything like that. Paige is pretty much doing this all on her own. So it's not an underdog story, it's a story about family and about character growth. I'm going to shy away from the word because I said it quite a few times in my Instant Family review, but I'm going to say it just this once. The film is heartwarming and, wait for it, beautiful. Literally, if you watch my Instant Family review and play back the amount of times I said the film was beautiful and take a shot for every single time, you'd be on your arse. The only thing that I didn't think was as good as the screenplay or the writing or the acting was the editing. The editing was still really good. Pretty much overshadowed by how good the writing is, so you don't really notice some of the interesting camera angles that they sometimes use. A great character growth story with great family dynamics. It's not an underdog story, although that aspect is there as well. Florence Pugh shines. Dwayne Johnson, he's just The Rock. Nick Frost, a more sentimental side. There's even great performances from the likes of Vince Vaughn too. Vince Vaughn plays that badass coach that you don't want to piss off. If you yelled at me, I'd probably go curling up in a ball and crying in the corner. Because I'm just a little pussy bitch like that. You know, I always thought to myself, if you can't insult yourself, you can't insult anyone else. And I insult myself all the time. I think I'm a bad person, but just because I find it funny. So, overall, Fighting With My Family, I thought it was a great film. It packs a punch, heartwarming scenes, great relationships between characters, and overall, great British film. So I'm going to give Fighting With My Family an A+. So tell me guys, what did you think of Fighting With My Family down below in the comments. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. If you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I upload at least once a week. Remember, you are awesome. Take care.